Have you ever wanted to make a game and asked yourself where to start? In fact, someone asked me the same question in the previous video.
We decided to explain this question in this series of devlogs about our new game.
So without wasting any time, let's get into the video. When you just start making games, you ask yourself where to start. Should I start from the story or from the level design?
The best place to start is the core mechanics.
For example, I use Unreal Engine, and the first thing I did for my new game was to create a new first-person project.
Obviously, after that, we started to adjust the speed and the way the character walks. And since the walking of the first-person character does not have sound, we used Blueprint to make footstep sound when walking.
In order to improve the feeling of walking in the character, we used the head bobbing effect, which changes in different movements. And this is the result.
In order for the player to be able to interact with the game world, it was necessary to design a system that recognizes when the player looks at an interactable object and allows interaction, and also so that the player can understand where he is looking and when he can interact. I made this widget.
One of the most important things in the game is the lantern.
So in the next step, we added a flickering light that looks like a real fire. Since the portal mirrors are the hook of our game, we started making them. We downloaded a mirror model from Sketchfab and built an actor blueprint inside Unreal Engine that will perform the portal action when the player interacts with the mirror. And in order to make the appearance of the portal better, we took an HDRI from the place where the player is going to be portaled to and added it as a texture to the mirror.
Next, I used dolly zoom to make the portal give the player a better and more realistic sense of vertigo.
In the next step, we had to create an inventory to store the items needed to solve the puzzles.
The inventory that I made was a simple inventory that I put the items in the form of a UI in a widget blueprint.
And if the character has that item in his blueprint, UI will be colored, and if not, it will be gray. Also, if you want to use that item, you must select it in the inventory.
When I made the basic mechanics of the character, I started making mechanics of the puzzles.
We made a lever that can be used to execute commands such as opening and closing doors.
For example, in this puzzle, when you use the lever, you can open one door and close the other. After that, I started making some doors that can be opened and locked.
Also, some of the doors have locks that can be opened in different ways.
For example, the first lock of the game can be opened by this key.
We also designed a puzzle in such a way that you need to press a series of buttons, one after the other, and if you enter them in the correct order, the puzzle will be solved.
And another thing that I designed was these moving walls, that I don't know why, but I made them in C++.
The way it works is that if you have completed the related puzzle, when you approach it, it will automatically start going down and a new way will open for you.
And in the next step, I started making some collectibles, like these letters, through which you can understand parts of the story of the game. Now it was time to add some enemies to the game, because games are not fun without game overs, right?
So we started making the AI of the enemies in the game in such a way that when they see you, they scream and start chasing you, and if they reach you, they will kill you.
In the next video, I will show you the complete process of making enemies.
But until that day, be sure to watch other videos related to this game and subscribe to our channel. Until the next video, bye bye.